I am Groot.
Well, it's time to take a look at Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, you're probably wondering, what's Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, a while back when they were announcing what movies were going to be in Phase 2 of the MCU, everyone, including myself, when they saw Guardians of the Galaxy, were basically like this when they first saw it be announced. Excuse me, what? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we all had that reaction. And I didn't even want to see this movie, really. I thought to myself, gee, this is basically a discount Star Wars. Really. So, yeah, I felt really bad that I didn't get the chance to see this movie in theaters, because, man, when I saw this movie on TV, I was laughing hysterically at it. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. And before I go into why, let me explain the plot. The plot is about, well, basically, it starts off where this young Peter Quill sees his mom dying of cancer. That's kind of messed up. But then he's abducted by aliens, and he's trained to pretty much be Han Solo. Like, seriously, they're almost kind of alike in some ways. They're both bounty hunters and pretty much anything illegal. But after he tries to get an orb, he's soon chased after by people who are acquaintances of Rowan the Accuser, who's basically helping out Thanos to get all the Infinity Stones. And then he meets other people, such as Gamora, who was trained by Thanos in order to be the greatest woman in the galaxy. Well, greatest assassin in the galaxy. Drax, someone who wants to kill Thanos and Rowan, since basically Rowan killed both his mother and his daughter. And then there's, of course, Groot and Rocket. These two are awesome. Seriously, this movie got me to care about a talking tree that only says 3 words and a talking raccoon with a machine gun. That is Oscar-worthy, in my opinion. But still, they try to team up to take down Rowan the Accuser and stop him from destroying Xandar. So, what do I think of this movie? Well, I already said I loved it, but still. This movie is probably one of the best. This is one of my top tier MCU movies, like probably top 10, maybe even top 5. I love this movie and its sequel, Volume 2. But if I had to choose one, well, I'll get to more in this in my Volume 2 review. So, why do I like this movie? Well, let's start with the cast. Man, is the cast great in this movie. We got my boy, I forgot his name, Chris Pratt, playing as Star-Lord, man. Seriously. He went from being the chubby guy from Parks and Recreation to being in a Marvel movie. That is amazing. In fact, even other actors, such as Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, it is just perfect, honestly. Everything he says is just hilarious, in my opinion. Then there's Vin Diesel as Groot, who, I am not making this up, he plays Groot in any language in this movie. Like, seriously, he recorded his lines for anything, really. Like, if it's Portuguese, Chinese, he did that. Thousands of takes of that. That is dedication. And then, of course, there's Gamora and Drax, which in this movie are my least favorites. Well, they're technically still my least favorites, but they get a lot better in Volume 2, in my opinion. Yes, I think they're better in Volume 2 than they are in this movie. I don't care. But seriously, this movie is just a fun time nonetheless. You will have a good time seeing this movie. And one thing I love about this movie is that even though, like, seriously, I'm glad they didn't have them instantly instantly best friends at the start of the movie. But no, they actually hate each other really badly. In fact, when they're in the prison, and Drax tries to kill Gamora since Rowan killed both his wife and his daughter. So yeah, he wants to get some revenge. Now people complain about Rowan as a villain, and I'll admit, he is one of the weakest MCU villains, in my opinion, not movies. But here's the thing: this guy he wants to destroy the entire race just because of their race. He is basically Adolf Hitler. I'm not even joking. I'm seriously, that's just wow. And to think, the last movie I reviewed was all about Nazis. Well, fighting Nazis, but still. This movie is just so good in my opinion. The CGI is wonderful. In fact, there's an entire scene where Drax is talking to both Rocket and Groot, and he does it so well. Even though he's next to two things that are clearly CGI, he does such a good job interacting with them. And the climax is just perfection. And then, of course, there's one thing that anyone who has seen this movie can agree on: the soundtrack. Dear Lord Almighty, this movie, Volume 2, has probably some of the best soundtracks I've heard in a movie, along with frickin' Baby Driver. And when a movie has a good soundtrack as Baby Driver, you know something is good. Funny enough, these two movies came out the exact same year. And I both love these movies to death. Not babies. But still, there is really anything. I can't really say much about this movie since everyone has seen this movie. Whoever's in this review or whoever reviewed this movie loves it, and I do too. I adore Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and 2 a lot. But I'll get into more of why I love Volume 2 in my review a bit. But that's going to happen after I review the next Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War, and Doctor Strange. So it'll probably be this weekend when I talk about it. But still, I can't recommend Volume 1 enough. I am easily giving this movie an S rank. Just plain and simple, boom. This is probably my favorite movie in Phase 2, along with Captain America: The Winter Soldier. In fact, sometimes they switch because they're so dang good, in my opinion. I love both these movies to death, and I will rewatch them all the time. So, see you all later when we take a look at The Age of Ultron. See you later, and bye. Okay, I'm sorry I forgot to talk about these three things. I forgot about talking about these three things. I'm so sorry. I forgot to talk about them. I'm really sorry. But first, let's talk about two characters I forgot to mention: Yondu and Nebula. Yondu, well, he does get a lot better in the sequel. He is kind of cool in this movie, especially that scene at the end where basically all these soldiers like surround him. And he's like, woo, and boom, like kills him instantly. But no one decides to fire at him while he's doing this. I mean, I agree with how it should have ended. Like, seriously, one of those guys must have fired at him. Then there's Nebula, who's okay. Like, she's mainly there just to be like, I am going to be a rival for Gamora. But to be fair, like Yondu, she does get a lot better in the sequel. And of course, to top this all off, the Stan Lee cameo. Now, here's a fun piece of trivia about the cameo here. The cameo in this movie was actually not going to be the cameo they originally intended. You see, there's this one scene in the movie where they go to nowhere to find the Collector to show him the Power Stone to make sure, you know, they can give it to him for money, since it costs a lot of money on the black market. And in the Collector's chambers, there's a lot of like these interesting things he's collected around the galaxy. And in the original Stan Lee cameo, he was going to be in those cells giving Groot the middle finger. Well, unfortunately, Disney were like, you know what, James Gunn, we can't have you do that. We can't have you do that. It's too inappropriate. I mean, I guess, but aren't we forgetting the fact that in Black Panther and in Infinity War, Star-Lord gave Thanos the middle finger in Infinity War, and in Black Panther, Shuri gave T'Challa the middle finger, so I don't see the problem, really. But I thought the cameo they did give him was kind of cute. It was kind of funny, in my opinion. But still, I still give Guardians Volume 1 an S rank. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, see y'all later when I talk about Age of Ultron. Bye.